Welcome everyone to a very special place. It is a place you might not find on any map. This is the town of Duckington. It is a cheerful little town, busy streets, friendly faces. In the heart of Duckington there is a large sparkling pond. This is Duckington Pond, a place of great importance. Pond bordered by tall reeds, green reeds that rustle in the breeze, beautiful water lilies, pink water lilies, white water lilies floating gently on the surface. The pond is the center of all activity, a bustling hub where everyone gathers to share news and stories. The town is a picture of charm, quaint little shops with colorful signs, bakery selling seed cakes, shop selling shiny bicycle bells, lovely tea shop run by Mrs. Mallard. Ducks love her shop. They especially love her famous dandelion tea. The pond is not just a home, it is the heart of their community. Ducklings learning to swim, older ducks sharing wisdom. It's a truly idyllic spot. Every morning the sun rises over Duckington, a golden glow across the pond, light twinkling on gentle ripples. Ducks begin their day with happy quacks. They greet neighbors and start daily routines. Some ducks swim early, paddling gracefully. Others preen on grassy banks. The air is filled with a town waking up, a symphony of quacks and chirps. But Duckington Pond holds a secret. Not everyone is content with swimming and breadcrumbs. Deep in the reeds, in a cleverly hidden home, lives a very unusual family, known in quiet whispers as the Crims. They are not like the other ducks, a family of adventurers, always looking for excitement. They see the world differently. Every shiny object is a potential treasure. Every day is a chance for a daring plan. The most mischievous family on the entire pond. The Crims are a family of 5. First, there is the leader, the brains of the operation. His name is Papa Drake. Papa Drake is a handsome duck with glossy green feathers on his head. He is very clever and always has a plan. He carries a small, polished magnifying glass, which he uses to inspect everything very closely. He believes that a good plan is the key to any successful adventure. He is calm and collected, even when things get a little bit tricky. He loves his family very much, and wants every adventure to be safe and fun for them all. Next is Mama Duck. She is the heart of the family. Mama Duck is a beautiful duck with warm brown feathers. She is very practical and makes sure everyone has what they need. She is an expert at creating disguises from leaves and twigs. Mama Duck is also very caring. She makes sure that no one ever gets into real trouble. She might worry a little bit, but she secretly loves the thrill of their family escapades. She always has a comforting quack and a tasty snack ready for when the adventure is over and the family returns home. Then there are the children. The youngest are the twins, Pip and Poppy. They are 2 fluffy, yellow ducklings. They are full of energy and are always ready for action. Pip is very brave and loves to explore. Poppy is very observant and notices all the small details that others might miss. Together, they are a formidable team, small enough to sneak into tight spaces. They look up to their older brother, a teenage duck named Dash. Dash is a bit of a cool character. He likes to act like he's too cool for family plans, but he always joins in. Today, Papa Drake has gathered the whole family. He has an important announcement.
My dearest Crims, I have found our next great objective.
Mrs. Mallard, the owner of the tea shop, has a new teapot, but this is no ordinary teapot. It is a giant, shiny, silver teapot, and it sits right in her shop window, gleaming in the sun.
A shiny teapot.
This sounds like the most exciting mission they have ever had. The stage is set for a new adventure. Papa Drake cleared his throat, tapping his wing on a large, smooth stone that served as their family table. The sun was just beginning to warm the hidden nook in the reeds.
Family, gather round. Papa Drake puffed out his chest slightly. We are the Crims. We are not just any ducks. We are adventurers, explorers of the extraordinary. Our purpose is to seek out the most interesting, the most shiny, the most wonderful things in Duckington. Whispering. Today's mission. It is a mission of great importance and even greater shine.
He explained this mission is for a greater good. It is to secure a magnificent centerpiece for a very secret surprise party we are throwing for Grandpa Gus. His birthday is coming up, and he deserves the best celebration the pond has ever seen.
Chirping. A party? With cake? Gently, of course.
Behold, the great silver teapot of Mrs. Mallard's tea shop.
The sketch showed a huge round teapot, a long, elegant spout, a gracefully curved handle, little squiggly lines showing its incredible shininess. It sat on a delicate stand in a shop window, little teacups drawn around it for scale.
This is no ordinary teapot. I have observed it for 3 days now. It catches the morning sun and makes a rainbow on the wall opposite. It is so polished you can see your own reflection from across the street.
So it's just a big teapot? What's so special about that?
Ah, but it is not just a teapot, my dear Dash. It is a symbol. It is a challenge. It is the perfect item to borrow for Grandpa Gus's party. Imagine his face when he sees it.
And it is very large. We could fill it with dandelion punch for all the guests.
This practical application seemed to win Dash over completely. The idea of a giant punch bowl was undeniably cool. The mission was no longer just about the thrill. It was about making someone they loved very happy.
So, how do we get it? Do we just walk in and take it?
An excellent, straightforward approach, Pip, but a little too simple for the Crims. We must be clever. We must be silent. We must be like shadows in the daylight.
The bell is a problem, and Mrs. Mallard has very good hearing. We could go at night, when the shop is closed. A good thought, Dash, but Mrs. Mallard lives in the flat above the shop. The risk is too great. This must be a daytime operation. Distraction. We need a distraction. Mrs. Mallard loves gossip. If someone came into the shop and told her a very, very interesting story, she would get distracted. She would turn away from the window to listen better.
Poppy, that is magnificent. A distraction is the key. We can create a diversion so grand, so captivating, that the teapot will be left unguarded.
The cogs were turning. The complex machinery of a classic Crims caper was beginning to assemble piece by piece, with everyone contributing their unique perspective.
For this operation to succeed, we must all play our parts perfectly. There is no room for error. My dear, you are the most charming and convincing storyteller on the pond. You will be our distraction agent. I already have a story in mind about a mysterious new duck who has arrived, one who only eats blue-colored seeds and can sing like a nightingale. Next, we need our acquisition team. Pip and Poppy, you two will be responsible for sneaking in, securing the target, and moving it towards the door. You will not carry it. You will roll it. This brings us to our extraction specialist. Dash, your role is crucial. You will be positioned just outside the door. Your job is to catch the bell. No problem. I can handle a little bell. I will be the lookout. I will be positioned across the street. I will give the signals. 1 quack for go, 2 quacks for abort mission. Are we all clear on our roles? Quack, quack, quack. Chorus of determined quacks.
Now for the fun part. An operation of this caliber requires the proper equipment.
For herself, Mama Duck fashioned a very clever disguise. She attached one leaf to each of the ducklings' backs, making them look like little piles of drifting leaves. Dash, the extraction specialist, was given a long piece of dark green seaweed to drape around his neck like a scarf. Papa Drake, the lookout, opted for a classic. He would simply hide behind a human newspaper. With these simple but creative disguises and gadgets, the Crims were ready for anything.
We must practice until our plan is as smooth as the surface of the pond at dawn. And action.
Oh, my dear Mrs. Mallard, you will simply not believe the news I have from the other side of the pond.
As Mama Duck launched into her elaborate story, Pip and Poppy, covered in their leaf disguises, began to inch their way towards the pumpkin. It was heavy, but together they managed to get it rolling. As it approached, Dash reached out a wing and carefully held the hanging shell to stop it from clinking. It was a moment of intense concentration.
Excellent. A magnificent performance. Remember the signals. Remember your roles. And remember, we are doing this for Grandpa Gus. Tomorrow morning, Operation Teapot begins for real.
The next morning, the air in Duckington was crisp and filled with anticipation. The Crims were in their positions, their hearts thumping like little drum beats. Papa Drake was perfectly concealed behind a newspaper stand across the street. He peered through a small, carefully torn hole in the paper. Mama Duck took a deep, steadying breath. Dash crouched behind a large flower pot next to the front door. Pip and Poppy, disguised as a small pile of leaves, huddled near the base. He waited for a brief lull in the foot traffic, a small window of opportunity. It was now or never. He inhaled, then let out a single, sharp, clear quack. That quack was the signal. Mama Duck straightened, pushed open the tea shop door. The little bell jingled merrily, marking the official start of the mission.
Oh, good morning, madam. Welcome to my little tea shop. What a magnificent hat you are wearing.
Oh, my dear, I am just passing through. But I simply had to stop because I have heard the most unbelievable news. Unbelievable news? Do tell. Well, they say a new duck has built a nest at the far end of the pond. He is said to be a vibrant shade of sapphire blue. And they say when he sings, it sounds like a whole orchestra. A blue duck? My goodness, I have never heard of such a thing.
The distraction was working perfectly. The way was now clear for the next phase. Pip and Poppy, the acquisition team, began to move. To anyone who might glance their way, they looked like two ordinary leaves being pushed along by a draft. From their low vantage point, the giant silver teapot loomed above them like a gleaming mountain. It was even shinier and more magnificent up close. Slowly, ever so slowly, the giant teapot began to lean. With a soft, barely audible thump, the base of the silver teapot landed gently on the wooden floor. It was off the stand. It was free. With all their might, they began to push. At one point, the teapot rolled over a stray sugar cube, making a small crunching noise. The twins froze instantly, but thankfully the two ladies hadn't noticed a thing. After what felt like hours, they reached the threshold of the front door. They had done their part. They had moved the mountain. Now, it was all up to their older brother, Dash. Dash crouched behind the flower pot, waiting. The base of the great silver object appeared at the bottom of the door. This was his cue. The little brass bell started to sway. Just before contact, Dash shot out a wing. He caught the clapper between two feathers. Not a single tinkle escaped.
The teapot rolled through onto the pavement. It was free, urgent. Quick, let's go.
Dash pulled, the twins pushed. They worked as a frantic but coordinated team. They needed the corner, the safety of the alley. Just as they were about to round the corner into the alley, disaster nearly struck. It was Mr. Gable, a well-known and rather grumpy resident of Duckington.
Good heavens! What in the name of Duckington is this?
It is art, good sir. A mobile sculpture. It represents the transient nature of domesticity in a modern, fast-paced world. We are performance artists.
Performance artists? Humph! Ridiculous nonsense. He sniffed disdainfully, but the explanation, as bizarre as it was, seemed to have satisfied his curiosity enough. He shook his head and carefully stepped around the teapot.
Panting. That was too close. Let's move.
And so, my dear Mrs. Mallard, you must keep an eye out for this spectacular blue duck. I must be on my way now. Have a lovely day.
The final leg of their journey was the most difficult. They had to get the heavy, cumbersome teapot through the thick reeds to their hidden home without being seen.
We did it. We really did it. The family huddled together for a group hug, a silent celebration of their perfectly executed plan. The execution was a complete success.
A truly magnificent acquisition. This will make Grandpa Gus's party the most memorable event in the history of Duckington Pond.
Mama Duck smiled, but her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. As the initial excitement wore off, Poppy noticed a small detail she hadn't seen before. On the very bottom of the teapot, in tiny, elegant letters, was an inscription. She traced it with her wingtip. It read, "To my dear friend, Beatrice Mallard, may your cup always be full. With love, Mildred." This wasn't just a shop item, it was a gift. The teapot suddenly seemed less like a treasure and more like something that belonged to someone. Seeing Mrs. Mallard's sadness from afar made the beautiful teapot in their clearing feel heavy and wrong. It was supposed to be the key to a happy party, but it had made someone else unhappy.
All right, something is not right. We completed the mission perfectly. The prize is ours. Why does nobody look happy?
Mrs. Mallard looked so sad. And the teapot was a gift from her friend. It feels different this time. This feels like we really took something.
An adventure is only fun if everyone is having a good time. And that includes the people we share this pond with. We wanted to make Grandpa Gus happy, but we have made Mrs. Mallard unhappy in the process. Is that a fair trade?
You are all right. I was so focused on the shine of the prize that I forgot the most important rule of being a crim. We are mischievous, but we are not mean. We have crossed a line today. A truly great plan isn't just about getting what you want. It's about thinking through all the consequences. The question now is, what do we do to fix our mistake?
We have to give it back. And we have to say sorry. She's right. We have to face her.
You're absolutely right. This calls for a new plan, a better plan, a plan for redemption.
First, return the teapot itself. Second, the apology. They would leave a gift with the teapot. That evening, the family carefully strung the shells on a blade of grass. Papa Drake wrote neatly in charcoal on a smooth birch leaf. Dear Mrs. Mallard, we are very sorry we borrowed your beautiful teapot without asking. We know it is a special gift from your friend. We hope you can forgive us. We promise to be better neighbors. Sincerely, the ducks who learned a lesson. As Dawn's first hint appeared, the family stood ready, nervous but united in purpose. This was their chance to make things right. The sky was a pale, soft grey as the Crims embarked on their final, most important mission. This time, their movements were not frantic with fear, but steady with purpose and resolve. With utmost care, they maneuvered the teapot onto the top step. Mama Duck gently draped the shimmering beetle shell necklace over the elegantly curved handle. The teapot seemed to glow in the dim light, a beacon of their changed hearts. As they retreated into the shadows, a profound sense of relief washed over them. As she pushed the door open, she stopped dead in her tracks, letting out a soft gasp of astonishment. There on her doorstep, gleaming as if it had been polished by moonbeams, was her teapot. With trembling wings, she picked it up and read the simple, honest words. A slow smile spread across her face, pure warmth and forgiveness.
It seems I have some secret admirers, some very kind, very sorry secret admirers.
They had fixed their mistake and accidentally created a wave of joy. The family had discovered that doing good felt just as exciting, if not more so, than their usual mischievous capers. They were becoming a family of secret agents for good.
Papa, come look!
As they watched, a shifty-looking weasel in a bowler hat emerged. They were carrying a large net and several cages. They were clearly up to no good. This was a real, tangible threat.
Family, it seems our skills are needed for a far greater purpose. We must find out what they are planning, and we must stop them. This will be our next great caper. Operation Weasel Woes begins now.
And so our story ends for now. But for the Crims, the adventure is just beginning.